move on to our next item to take note of is we have this thing called sales tax. In other states you don't. I've talked to friends that have moved away and come back and they're like, something's 99 cents, you pay 99 cents. Well, here it's not that way. So depending on where you land on the Central Coast, you're going to have different sales tax. But let's compare California versus the Central Coast itself. Well, let's just do what everybody else does and compare statewide tax rate. I was trying to zoom that in. But right here you can see the statewide tax rate is 7.25 in most areas of California. Local jurisdictions have added district taxes that increase the tax owed by a seller. Now take note that sometimes, depending on where you're going to be landing, some areas are going to have a higher state tax because it's tourists and things like of that nature, and that's going to have a higher state tax. Now let's look at where we are here on the Central Coast. All right, friends, here we are, 8.75. What is the sales tax rate in San Luis Obispo, California? The minimum combined 2023 sales tax rate for San Luis Obispo, California is 8.75. So this is the total of state, county, and city sales tax rates. The California sales tax rate is currently 6%. That's not correct, but as you can see, it will fluctuate. And I just, want to make you aware of this because it is kind of bonkers. You're not used to it. And that is something, again, that you need to budget in your life. So again, we were at 7.25 San Luis for California. Then I showed you where it is for county. And I will tell you that where I live in South County on the Central Coast, in the Grover Beach, Pismo Beach area, Rio Grande, and even within these little towns that are about 2 miles apart, the sales tax is different. So this is what I paid today, just so you know that there is a difference. I paid 7.75 at CVS today. Here's my receipt. I don't know if you can necessarily see it or want to see what I bought. But anyway, 7.75. So it does differentiate in the areas. It is different in the different areas. So again, just a ballpark, where you're relocating, take note of that. Sales tax is a thing here. You might not be used to it if you've been just used to paying a certain amount for one thing and that's what you're paying. It's not that way here. So take note of that. We do have sales tax here on the Central Coast.